Hi, then we're back. Today, I'm going to talk a little bit about what businesses you can do in Vietnam. Uh, Many want to come here to work, and there is a law saying basically that if a Vietnamese can do the job, then they're not allowed to give those jobs to foreigners. So it's not easy to just like, okay, I buy a ticket, I go to Vietnam, I'm going to retire there, or I'm going to work there, because you need to deal with the visas. We can go through a little on the visas later, but you need the visas, the correct visas, and you need work permit and also to work legally. If you don't work legal, if you work here illegal, you can get deported and many things like that. So it doesn't, it's not that good. So yeah, I believe that we're going to go through what business can you do in Ho Chi Minh, and we're going to go through some of them. Yes. So the first business you can or job you can do in Vietnam is you sit in your own home country. You apply for jobs. Simple as that. You get a job, and that company will fix your visa and your working permit. So that is the first rule of business. So um, and many do work in a foreign company. So let's say, now I'm not sure 100%. So I'm just gonna, let's say you're German, and you apply for a job in Adidas. So Adidas is a German sports company, and by that you have a job. So you won't have many Germans working in Adidas in Vietnam, maybe three or four, and the rest will be Vietnamese. So that is one way of get a job. Or if you're in another company, like with another country, so you simply get the job before you go to Vietnam. And those jobs are highly paid, good paid, and you live extremely well off here in Vietnam if you get a job like that. So those are not too many of those jobs. Those jobs are usually directors, company directors, and it's pretty high positions, and you get really really good pay in Asia. So that is the first bulk of jobs, and as you understand, not everyone can get a job like that. The second job that many go for is digital nomad. So that could be everything from gaming designers. It could be influencers on YouTube, TikTok, Instagram. It could be software developers and so on that stay 6 months, 1 year, 2 years in one country, move on to the next one. They travel around, so they are called digital nomads. They work with a computer, phone, cameras, and and that's it. So they can work basically from anywhere. Many do that job and travel around in Asia. Many stay in Vietnam like that. Many stay in Thailand like that, and that is perfectly fine. So digital nomad is a lot of people doing here in Vietnam. Many don't pay taxes of that, and I haven't seen it in Vietnam so far, but I did see it. I think in Thailand they have started to crack down a little on some of those digital nomads, because they don't pay. They should pay tax and they don't. So it's not easy to catch people like that, but that's how it is. So yeah, you stay in the country, you don't pay tax, and that's basically it. So digital nomads, there are many of those in Southeast Asia. So that's the second bulk. Now, sometimes these countries like Vietnam or Thailand, Philippines, and so on, sometimes they will lack a certain group of workers. That could be like doctors, surgeons, engineers, a certain type of engineers, a certain type of surgeon. That could be a heart surgeons. They lack. Then they will hire from abroad, foreigners. If they lack, like let's say a certain engineer, they will hire foreigners. So that sometimes that happen, and that will always change. It would not be the same all the time, and sometimes it could be psychologist, child psychologist, or it could be a therapist or whatever. That is a specific group, work group, not too many, and then they will try to hire that from abroad. That is the only option that is like aside from this normal that I did mention. So like you see, there isn't. It's not very easy to come to Vietnam and just I'm gonna work. No, it's not, and that's why many that come here actually are expats and retired, because that's more easy when you are retired. So but yeah, I do my YouTube, so like a digital nomad, but now I get my TRC because I'm married. TRC is a temporary resident card. Then I'm actually legally I'm allowed to work because I'm married to a Vietnamese. So that's the solution for us. But if you're not married to a Vietnamese and you don't have the TRC, so is a temporary resident card, then you don't have the work permit. So you have to get like the visa and the work permit, and that's a bit of a challenge. And like I say, many actually work illegal here in Vietnam, and many work illegal in Thailand. And you should be very aware of that if you think about going to Southeast Asia. So yeah, that's it for today. Have a great day. Remember to subscribe and like my videos. I hope you learn something. I learn as I go. And please remember to use the comment section, ask me stuff, and enlighten me about stuff, because there is a lot of stuff I don't know. So yeah, please use the comment section and teach me, and let's hopefully be helpful to others. Have a great day, and goodbye for now. Subscribe and like. Bye bye. Then we have the last one, that is English teachers. That's I would say probably the most here in Vietnam. So you have a lot of English teachers because you have international schools that I talked about before. They require English teachers, and then you have many others coming here and just think they can get a job and it's easy and so on, but they never get into international schools. They work in English centers. To work in an English center, you sometimes get a crappy deal, crappy contract. You don't get as well paid as in an international school, and also I see many get screwed over. That's a fact. And the thing with the English centers, many hire. They basically just hire Westerners. They don't care if you're American, British, or Australian, if you're coming from an English-speaking country or a non-English-speaking country. So basically, they hire Russians, they hire Serbians, they hire, and then you can question how good the Vietnamese actually going to be in English. Well, if you go only to an English center, I'm not sure how good you can get in English. Of course, some will have Americans, Canadians, and so on. Other English centers will have more foreigners, and then you will have different accents, and you will have problem with the correct pronunciation. You will have maybe the grammar, the knowledge of grammar will vary as well. So I don't know the quality of that, but yeah, that's many do that. They come here and they want a job, and actually many work illegal as well, because these English centers, they not all of them give you a contract and working permit and so on. So even I've been offered illegal jobs like that. I said no, because I don't want to break the law. So I turned it down. I simply said, this is illegal. And I said to the owner, this, you can get caught and get problems. And for me, I can get caught and get problems as well. And I don't want to do that for me. And I don't want to do it for you either. So yeah, that's how that is. So yeah, that happened, sadly. And so that's the three major work possibilities in Vietnam. I know some come here to work as a maid, as a housekeeper. Whether or not that is legal, I'm not sure, because many Vietnamese do that job, and the Vietnamese can do that job. So I think they work a little illegal, and that's not good. To come to a country and work illegal, it's not good for yourself or anyone else, and you just create problems in like the people that will come to Vietnam later. It's just gonna be more problems for either yourself or the people coming later. So it's not a good idea. It's not a good thing to do, although many don't give a crap and still do it. So I'm not one of them. I don't like it, and I think either way, if you're in your own country or in a foreign country, you should abide by the laws and the rules. That's me. And if you go to a country purely to break the laws by working illegally, then you should stay home. You shouldn't go. So yeah, I would say you have like English teachers, and that's why they hire many foreign nannies or housekeepers, because they have a little better work attitude, work ethics, and also they talk English and can teach the children English. So there are like two reasons, but usually those jobs are illegal, because that is jobs Vietnamese can do. Then you have the other thing, you know, how much does the police actually go around from apartment to apartment, from house to house, and check if you have any illegal working at home there. That's why people actually get away with it. But if somebody report you in, you will go to jail a little, you will get a fine, and you will get deported, because it is illegal work. You do break the law. So I would say don't do that. And do understand that in Thailand and Vietnam, they have this law. If a Thai or a Vietnamese can do the job, then the foreigners will not get the job. So there is no problem in getting to Southeast Asia, but try to go and search for jobs in your home country, sort it out, sign the contracts, everything before you go. Or be a digital nomad, but stay within like your time frame. Remember what visa you have. When the visa run out and so on, go to another country. So stay within the law. That's what I say. If you do that, you will have a great time in Southeast Asia. No problems. But if you break the law, it's not a good idea in Southeast Asia. So now you know a little about the job opportunities to get